Previously on Northwest Fishing Fanatics. Rubber worm. Everything else is pretty much the same. I've got a 20-foot top shot with my bobber dog and floats, and you can see the weights there that hang. So this one here is a little bit heavier rod. I use this one for salmon, but it's got the same size reel. It was one of the most difficult things that I have ever done. Anyway, I get a little emotional when I think about Tracker. That was my daughter's dog when she was a little girl, and he was with us for 17 years. So we swore for a long time that we were not going to get another dog because that was just too emotionally hard for me to deal with. And many years later, we decided, okay, let's get a dog. Let's get a small dog this time, so it's easier to take care of. You know, small poop could live in the house instead of outside. So one of the things that I would never do, what I thought I would never do, was go to a place that had adoptions for dogs. You know, where they ask you a million questions about where you live, you know, what you do, or how's your house, you know, is it fenced, and you know, I swore up and down that I would never, ever, you know, get a dog under those circumstances because of my right to privacy. I didn't think it was any of their business. But one day, I'm coming from an appointment in Puyallup, and it used to be a place there. It's closed down now. Oh, look at that, 2 geese up on the hill. Look at that. They must have a nest up there. Ooh. There's probably a couple of eggs up there. But that's probably illegal, isn't it? Everything's illegal in this state. Be nice to go up there and just grab a couple of those goose eggs. Fry them up, big old yolks. Okay, anyway. So I swore up and down I would never go to an adoption place. But there was this place on Main Street in Puyallup, Washington, called Sunny Skies. It was a pet rescue. And so I think it was my wife's birthday was coming up, and I thought, you know, that would be a really cool present to get my wife a nice dog. So I go in there after my listing appointment, and hold on a second. Oh, come on. Just seems like there should be fish right there. Come on, under the trees. Under the trees. No. Okay. This run's almost over. Okay, so I go into the Sunny Skies place, and the first thing I see is this woman in there with a young girl, and they were holding, who would later become Ruger. They were holding this Yorkie, and his name was Jacques. So that was Ruger's name, Jacques. And so the little girl loved the dog. She wanted the dog. Ruger was only like maybe 10 weeks old, maybe 12 weeks old, something like that. So pretty small. And she found out, or the mom found out, you know, what the adoption fee was. It was like $350 or $375, and they couldn't afford it. So they were, as soon as I heard that, I said, "Excuse me, may I hold the dog?" And they put Ruger in my arms. That was it. I was done. He was so awesome when he was just a little puppy. I mean, he's still awesome, but he's 12 years old now, I think, 11 or 12. And that was it. I said, okay, well, I want this dog. What do we got to do? And everything that I had swore that I would never do, I had to fill out an application, told him where I lived, you know, what I did, you know, how many people lived in my house, you know, was it fenced, was it not fenced? I had to agree to let them come investigate, you know, and take a look at the home if they chose to, and all this other stuff. And totally blew, once I held Ruger in my arms, it totally blew everything. All the privacy issues that I was concerned about were gone. I didn't even care. Do whatever you got to do, you know, whatever the money, I don't care, you know, here, just, I want this dog. I think they even checked my credit and all that other stuff. 12 years later, Ruger's been the most awesome dog ever. He used to go duck hunting with me when he was younger. Now he gets a little cold and he doesn't move around as much. He's got a bum left shoulder that bothers him when it gets cold, and a lot of other times because it's kind of, you know, cockeyed. But yeah, It's kind of a cruel thing, you know, where dogs just don't live as long as we do. Anyway, that was a long story, huh? Okay, so plug time. Let me show you what I've got. Mag lip. There's a boat coming down the river. Okay, so on the inside rod here, the inside rod, I'm going to use this one here. You guys might recognize that. Dr. Death. We're going to go out. I'm going to go out 25. No, I'm going to go 30 feet. 30 feet on the inside. This one here is going to be the one I caught the fish on a few weeks ago. Oh, shoot, come on. Oh, there we go. It was a few weeks ago now, I think. This one I'm going to go out 40 feet. 40 feet. Okay. I'll get back to you as soon as something exciting happens, okay? Okay, so I'm on this stretch of the river. This is where you start seeing a lot of guide boats. Okay, so instead of 2 plugs, I'm going to switch things up. I am going to switch the NFL out. I'm going to switch that thing out for a diver and a coon shrimp. Keep an eye on the boat for me, will you? This diver with that spin and glow on there, and I'm going to put a coon shrimp on it. There we go. Look at that thing. No self-respecting steelhead could pass that up. Now, the one thing that the guide boats have an advantage of the single or even 2 guys in a boat is they got the wall of depth. You might have heard me talk about that before in one of my previous videos. But when you have 6 or more, presentations coming down, creating this wall where the fish has no escape, and even if they're not wanting to bite it, to eat, they're gonna bite it out of aggravation and try to kill it. And so when you have that wall of death, you're gonna have much more opportunity to catch a fish. But when you calculate the rods per boat, the success ratio for a guide is really not that much better than a single person. Because if I catch 1 fish and a guy has 8 people on the boat, he has to catch 8 fish equal to the percentage. Go with the double beat again. I don't know if you can see down there, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boats just right there right now. Now you can see why I don't like coming down here on the weekends. But I guess it's worth one drift. One drift through the gauntlet. What a madhouse down there, huh? I'm gonna run up this slot here. I haven't done that for a couple of years, and you won't see anybody else going up here. If you liked this video, be sure to check out our other videos where you'll join us on the ocean catching kings and silver salmon, lakes catching kokanee trout and landlocked coho. We'll also be working our riverfront homestead and harvesting venison. Stay tuned for more fishing and hunting and outdoor adventure videos. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so you get notifications of new uploads. Thank you for watching.